Hey everybody, Dustin Dale's back here once again. I'm at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. I had a chance to meet this comic about 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. And he's a very funny guy. He's got one joke that's always stuck out in my mind about a scooter. You'll see that coming up this weekend, hopefully. Maybe he still uses it in his routine. We'll see. But his name is Pete Lee. He's been on NBC's Last Comic Standing. He's been on Comedy Central. He's been all over the place. So welcome, Pete Lee, to Omaha. How you doing, bud?
Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
Absolutely, yeah. It's funny, we met when I did the college that you worked for, Doane College, like way back in the day, and I walked into this room and I'm like, hey, I know you. You never forget a face.
Well, I was actually impressed that you remembered me because I figured for sure you'd be like, oh, that's great, yeah. But no, you walked in, yeah, right away.
No, that's actually the problem. I mean, I've done thousands of shows and met thousands of people, but for some reason my brain's facial recognition software totally terminators people's faces, and I recognize a lot of people, but then I mean, I've walked up to people in malls and like if you're a comedian, people are supposed to recognize you, and I recognize other people.
Well, that's a good sign, though.
That's a good sign, yeah.
Now, one of the shows that you work on is VH1's Best Week Ever. How'd you get hooked up with that?
It was great. I actually auditioned for that show on my birthday. And one of my strengths is joke writing, and so I had to write like 200 jokes and then go perform them on camera for my audition, and I knocked it out of the park, and it helped because there was a room full of people behind the camera, and so I basically felt like I was doing stand-up, but with a notepad, and yeah, so I got to do that for 3 seasons, and yeah, then I got to move on to other things. I did Letterman, which was really cool. He quit. He's lazy.
He's just working on his beard now full time.
Yeah, have you seen pictures of him?
It's pretty impressive. It's kind of out there, but at the same time, it looks crazy but good.
Yeah, he used to look like David Letterman, and I'm like, is he a Lord of the Rings character? Like, what is this?
definitely see him on Lord of the Rings, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then my most recent project, I worked on this show called Little Things Live. It's a web show, and it's almost like a local news morning show kind of a thing, but for a website. And we have like 600,000 people that watch the show each week. It's crazy. It's insane, and it's on the web, so you can see all the likes and comments, just coming in real time and respond to them and say hello to the people. And I don't know, they say it's the future, and it feels like it, because it's weird to be in a room with a camera pointed at you that's hooked to a computer and then have someone in Dubai make fun of your haircut.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, that is actually one of the most shared websites or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Little Things is, I always say that it's like the website BuzzFeed, but for moms.
There's going to be an audience for that.
Yeah, and moms are great. I have one. I love them. Mother's Day.
We just had Father's Day this past week. Did you do anything for that?
Yeah, I called my dad. Isn't that funny how for Mother's Day you send flowers, you send candy, you maybe get a gift, you ship it 2 weeks in advance because it has to get there, and then on Father's Day you're like, hey Dad, yeah, I know it's 7 o'clock, but it's kind of belated because you remember how you always forgot stuff too? Yeah, that's what Father's Day is all about.
Now, one of the projects that you got coming up, you've actually working on a brand new TV show as well, right?
Yeah, it's called Greatest Ever, and it's on True TV, TRU, all caps, lowercase TV, if you're looking for it on your cable dial. It's basically a clip show. A true story, we all worked on Best Week Ever together. There was a new head of the network. She came in, and we were like, hey, we clapped for her. And she's like, you're going to wish that you didn't clap because you're fired. And she fired everyone. Like every single person that worked on every single show, she just like wiped it out because she wanted to build a brand of her own shows. Whatever. They're not doing or they're not doing well. Haha. But we all went over to True TV and we created a show called Best Ever, which was it's like Best Week Ever, but with stuff that just stuff that's not topical on a week-to-week basis. Like we do Best Politicians Ever, Best Newscasters Ever, Best Wedding Fails Ever, Best whatever. And then VH1 got wind of it, and they said, you can't make a show called Best Ever when you guys all worked on Best Week Ever. And so we changed it to greatest ever because we are so clever, and that all rhymed. So.
I like that. That's pretty good. That's a good way to take one horrible problem into an awesome problem.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And it debuts on July 5th. I don't know if I already said that. Did I say July 5th on True TV? Did I say that? I don't know.
True TV, that network's grown pretty quick. I've seen over the past couple of years, it really started to get a lot of attention and a lot of followers.
Yeah, I think what helped them is that they do the NCAA Final Four, or whatever that tournament is. Like,
it's a basketball thing. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but they do that. And then they have Impractical Jokers. They have a ton of great shows. I love how I was like, they have all these great shows. I named 2, and one of them was basketball once a year. But it's a great network, and I work for them, and I'm not being paid to say that. Wait, I am.
Now, this week, I noticed on your Twitter you were actually at the premiere of Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, my girlfriend plays the new guard on the show, McCullough.
Okay.
And yeah, she's her name's Emily Tarver. And so I went to the premiere because she asked me to go there. And yeah, it was really kind of funny because one of the stars of the show, I just ran into the lobby to get popcorn. And when I'm at one of those kinds of things with all these big stars, I just like completely forget that I've done things on TV and that I do stand up. Like, because I'm just like, I'm in serious actor world and all these people are stars, and I forget that they also like to be entertained. Well, one of the stars of the show walked up to me in the lobby and was like, "Hey, I know you." And I was like, "No, I must just look like somebody that you know, because I like you." And she goes, No, I know your stand-up. You're really funny." And I was like, "What? You know me?" I was like, and she was like, "Stop hugging me."
Stop! I know you. That's close enough.
Yeah, I just immediately hugged her, and that was inappropriate. So, but that's totally me.
I like it. His name is Pete Lee. He's in town all weekend long at Funny Bone Comedy Club, 168th and Dodge, upper floor, right by the theater. Can't miss it. He's in town Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all weekend long. Come check him out. Pete, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Take care of yourself and make sure you check him out this weekend.